with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeps it on the bootleg. On the run, still looking. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The Wolverines come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. This quarterback part of their running game. There he goes. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
If I'm a DC, I'm throwing my tail. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable. Having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finishes the drive with a thrilling 69-yard run to the end zone. And he'll just take it. This drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose impose their will. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man. It's Manning. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Manning. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's Underwood. Fires to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. It's a running room.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the... on trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. On the ground, it's Hardy. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole play's going to center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Might as well stick with him. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Close to the marker, it's Hansen. Turning it off! And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, and take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Haynes. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They'll run the toss. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Tight end now in motion. They're testing the right side here. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. It's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just kicking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it out.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Gets the back moving. They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. The give to the tailback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get it off. It's the passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Wolverines! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Running it to the right. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Wants to go up top. He's going for a big play downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Leaves it with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Caught near the sticks. It's McCulley. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback on the keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the quick grab. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Missouri gets to the line quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. The give to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Gives it on the option. Knifing through, making the play in the backfield, and they can use a timeout and try to force them to punt. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got some space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it. At this point, that looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Hard running there. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the end zone. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Quick screen to the speedster outline. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the Wolverines lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Another incompletion on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Hunt is on its way. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Using his legs, it's Roberts. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Snap from the gun on third down. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Missouri!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Quarterback now breaking the field. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you... the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease to the left. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. It's marked. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. At the 45 on his way. A huge play there. They finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Just ran over it. Gets it past the marker. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Missouri wants to go fast. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hardy. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Slithers into space. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Defensively, the clock late in the game when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, let that clock tick.
Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Touchdown, Tigers! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They want that clock to run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Turning it on. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock, 35. Gannon University, 17.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Going to the ground. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Toss sweep right. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.